Okay, today we are looking at Apple versus Samsung. The significance of this case in relation to the legal environment of business. We have Apple versus Samsung. It is an example of intellectual property IP litigation in the legal environment of business. And this case revolves around patent infringement, where one company, Apple, claimed that another company, Samsung, had used its patented designs and technologies without permission. This is a type of case that highlights the importance of protecting innovations and competitive nature of the tech industry. Some legal concepts relevant to the case and our class: patent infringement, design patents, trade dress, damages and remedies, and the appeals process. Some case information. The complaint was filed on April 11th, 2011. The case, Apple Inc. versus Samsung Electronics Co. claims of patent infringement, specifically that Samsung had copied several aspects of the iPhone. The parties in this case: the plaintiff, Apple Inc., and the defendant, Samsung Electronics Co. Some background information on this case. Apple accused Samsung of copying the designs and the features of the iPhone. They argued that Samsung's smartphones and tablets looked and functioned too similarly to Apple's products, which they felt violated their patents. This led to a series of lawsuits in various countries. It was one of the biggest tech legal battles of the decade. The jurisdiction was primarily heard in the United States District Court of Northern District of California. The trial had begun in July of 2012, and it was a high-profile case. The verdict was August 2012. The jury found Samsung guilty of infringing on several of Apple's patents. The jury awarded Apple over $1 billion in damages. And then Samsung had appealed the verdict, leading to a series of legal battles and adjustments of the damages awarded. The case went through various appeals and retrials over the years. Finally, in 2018, Apple and Samsung finally reached a settlement, ending the 7-year-long battle. The terms of the settlement were not disclosed. Some estimated costs: both companies spent hundreds of millions of dollars in legal fees. Legal experts, patent attorneys, and extensive legal teams required for such a high-profile case contributed to these costs. Initially, in 2012, the jury awarded Apple over $1 billion. However, the amount was reduced and an adjusted through various appeals and retrials. Eventually, the final settlement around in 2018 was undisclosed, but it was likely hundreds of millions of dollars. Some indirect costs: both companies also face indirect costs, such as the impact of public image, the distraction from their core business activities, and the potential impact on their market strategies. Loss of sales. Apple claimed that Samsung's infringement on their patents caused a direct loss of sales. They argued that consumers chose Samsung products over Apple products due to the similarities, resulting in financial harm to Apple. Market share impact. Apple argued that Samsung's copying of their designs led to a loss of market share. They claimed that the presence of similar looking and functioning devices in the market diluted Apple's brand and reduced the competitive edge. Brand dilution. Apple contended that Samsung's actions caused brand dilution, meaning that the distinctiveness and value the Apple brand had was diminished because Samsung products were too similar in appearance. The case outcome. The outcome of the Apple and Samsung case varied across different trials and appeals. Initially in 2012, jury awarded Apple, again, over $1 billion, finding that Samsung had infringed on several of Apple's products. However, the amount was later reduced through various appeals and retrials in 2018, finally settled to an undisclosed amount. Thank you for watching.